Hello and welcome. Did you know the Bose ToneMatch T4S and T8S mixers are perfect audio interfaces for capturing your performance and streaming it to the internet on platforms like Facebook and Instagram Live? In this video, I'm going to show you. The Bose ToneMatch T4S and T8S have an onboard USB interface that streams its stereo outputs directly into your computer via a USB connection. It provides studio quality microphone inputs, EQ, dynamics, and effects, so you can easily take control of your audio. To get started, we will share a good starter kit and how to configure it step by step. At the end of this video, you'll be ready to host your own live stream. To keep it simple, our configuration will be a single microphone for high quality voice or solo music performance. You can easily plug in more music sources or instruments into the mix. Let's start with an inventory of the basic kit requirements. For this example, we will use the Bose T4S ToneMatch mixer and Bose ToneMatch power supply. The power supply is sold separately. Next, you will need a quality broadcast microphone that has an XLR microphone input with a stand or boom arm. To connect, a standard microphone cable will be needed with an XLR male to XLR female connector. I recommend a 3-meter or 10-foot cable. Next, we need your computer with an available USB port and high-speed internet connection for live streaming. Last, you will require a USB-B to USB-A cable with a minimum length of 2 meters or 6 feet. As an option, the Bose ToneMatch T4S provides 6 input sources, so you can add instruments, music players, or other voices. Now that we have our basic kit inventory, let's connect our devices. The first thing you'll want to do is make all the physical connections. Connect the power cables, but do not power up yet, to your computer and to the Bose ToneMatch T4S mixer via the Bose ToneMatch power supply, making sure both devices are on the same AC circuit. This ensures no hums or buzzes are created due to the electrical ground loops. We will power up the devices later. Next, plug the microphone cable into your microphone using the female XLR cable end. With the other end of the cable, plug the male XLR microphone connector into input 1 on the ToneMatch T4S mixer. Last, we will connect the USB cable. The USB-B connector end will plug into the back of the ToneMatch mixer's USB-B port. The other end of the cable with the USB-A connector will connect into your computer's USB port. Note that audio from the ToneMatch mixer is only sent out of the USB-B connector, while the USB-A connection is for playback only. For your computer, you'll want to make sure you have a high-speed internet connection. A hardwired Ethernet connection is best. If Wi-Fi is your only option, get as close to your network router as possible and inform other household occupants to minimize or cease internet use during the time of your live streaming. Now that you've made your hardware connections, we will walk through your computer's system setup, and we will show you for both Mac and PC computers. Turn on the AC electrical power to your Mac or PC, and the ToneMatch T4S mixer. Make sure the USB connection to your computer is done first before turning on the computer. This ensures the smoothest setup and will allow your computer to recognize the ToneMatch T4S as an audio interface. Typically, your Mac or PC computer will automatically select the ToneMatch mixer as your audio interface. But to verify, on a Mac, you'll want to open the system preferences, select Sound, and make sure that the ToneMatch T4S is set as both your input device and your output device. On a PC, simply hit the Windows key, type the word Sound, and select Sound Settings. In Sound Settings, make sure that the drop-downs have selected the Bose ToneMatch T4S for both input and output. So now that we have everything connected, it's time to take a look at the mixer settings. I'm using the Bose NC700 headphones to monitor as I get my mixer up to the correct levels. You'll want to either use headphones or an external monitor plugged into the mixer. The first step is going to be to configure which channels are going to be sent over USB to the PC. To do that, we need to shift our rotary encoder to Preferences and then turn our menu dial to USB to PC because we're streaming to the PC. We're going to select that. We want to make sure left and right both say master. If they don't, simply adjust the left and right encoders to the master. Now that that's done, we want to set our input levels. This process is called gain structure, and it's one of the most important steps to making your mix sound good. So to do that, stay on Preferences and go to Input Level. Once here, we can see that when I talk into my microphone, I'm not getting much level there. I want to turn up my trim knob for the channel that I've connected my source to, and I'm going to stick right around the 1 o'clock position here. We want to make sure that we are performing at our loudest level that we're going to be streaming when setting these, because if we distort here or clip or go too high on our meter, we can't fix that in post, and we can't fix that with our channel knob either. So I'm going to sing at about this level, and that's at about 1 o'clock. So now that we have that set up, we're going to stay on Preferences, and we're going to adjust to the output level setting. Select that, and you can see here that I don't have anything on my USB left and right. Let's bring up my volume here, and you'll start to hear me from this microphone. Now here, I want to make sure I'm hitting about that 75% mark, but we can make sure that you're monitoring this with your headphones and that your phones is turned up. If you're not hearing anything at this step, you're going to want to turn the phone's volume up. So test 1 2 1 2. So I'm hitting right about that 7th or 8th dot there. So that's a great level. Now it's also important to note if you don't hear anything, you may need to turn phantom power on if you're using a condenser microphone. I'm using a dynamic Shure SM57 microphone for this demo. So now that we have our levels correct, it is time to select the correct preset within ToneMatch. So let's switch to the ToneMatch setting, and here we're going to turn on the setting, which right now is just flat. I'm going to select vocal mics, as this is a vocal mic, but if you're plugging a guitar or anything else, please choose that instrument. Now under preset, I'm going to change to the Shure SM57 microphone. And there we go. And you've heard that the tone of my voice has changed a little bit. It actually sounds much better because we've applied the preset for the Shure SM57. The next step is to add a little bit of compression. So go to the comp gate, click here, and choose compressor medium. We want a little bit of compression on all of our channels so we have a nice even response and sound across our stream. And the last thing we want to do is add some effects. So here we have modulation, delay, and reverb. I'm going to select reverb and click if this says muted right there. And now we should hear there's a little bit of reverb on my voice, but I'm going to turn this up to make it a little bit more apparent. And so you might just want a little bit of reverb for artistic effect. You might want no reverb, or you might want a very large reverb. And to do that, you can switch to reverb type, and we'll try cavern. Wow, sounds like I'm in a giant cave. All right, I'm going to turn that off. And this is the setup. So we have connected our device, set our levels, made sure that we're streaming to the PC, selected our ToneMatch profile, and added a little bit of compression and reverb. Next, we're going to take a look at the streaming settings in Facebook Live so that we can get this stream, this mix that we've made with your voice and or instruments out to your audience. Now, our last steps are setting up our streaming service on the computer. To do this, open your web browser and log into your streaming platform account. I've found that Google Chrome for Mac and PC is the best browser for compatibility. The most prominent platform for musicians to stream to is Facebook Live, so I will use that for my example. Other platforms also include Instagram Live, Street Jelly, Periscope, and YouNow. To get a live stream going on Facebook, Mac, and PC have the same setup process. Go to the Create Post section and select Live Video. Currently on my computer and this version of Facebook, this is found under the 3 dots indicating more options. There are many options and ways to further optimize your listener's experience, but the fastest way is to select Use Camera. First, you'll want to choose where to share. You can share in a group, on your timeline, or a page you manage. Generally, it's good to privately test your feed to make sure it's reliable and sounds good. The way I've done this is by creating a private group and inviting only a close friend, relative, or bandmate. That way, they can monitor the live stream for you and provide feedback via the comment bar. The other benefit of a private group is that you can go back and view the post yourself once you're done with your test. Now, under your audio and video settings, you can select which camera you'd like to use. If your computer has a built-in camera, I would recommend using that one. For audio, select the drop-down and choose the T4S or T8S ToneMatch. Scroll up to fill your entire window with your camera monitor. If all looks good, select Go Live at the bottom left corner. Facebook will confirm that you're live and you'll be able to monitor the video and audio upload at the bottom of your screen. Congratulations! You are now ready to stream your performance out to the world so that they can enjoy it. If you'd like to learn how to monitor your mix, check out our other ToneMatch videos covering it. And be sure to check out our other Bose technologies. Thanks for joining us.